Welcome back for week 3, I suppose, of the Legacy Unchained League. Tonight we're playing against Sharkcaster Mage. Yeah, so let's just start it, shall we? Sharkcaster Mage. Challenge. Format. Freeform. Deck. Start here. I wonder if his stream is up yet. No, it doesn't seem like it. It's fine. We'll just have to wait a while. There we go. First match starting. We lost die roll, but we were playing an exciting deck, so we'll always have that to look forward to. This hand seems kind of weak, but it has a brainstorm in the fetch. It doesn't have any of our enchantments though, and no discard. With like 2 lands, pro brainstorm, that's probably good. So the basic idea with this deck is to play some enchantments. Mainly Waste Not, but Liliana's Caress and Ascension also does things. And then you just start wheeling. And you can usually chain the wheels into more wheels. No. Okay, that's bad for us. He decided to take his Eldrazi deck first. We do have some sideboard for this. 2 Abrades and 2 Aching Troops. So it could be worse. This is when he shows us a Wasteland in hand, and that's really bad. Yeah, there it is. Oh well, at least it doesn't have a Chalice. Well, technically we didn't need to do everything in 1 turn. And he can't really Wasteland us here because he loses his city. So he's probably just gonna play Displacer first, I think. Like playing Jit and then Wasteland is kind of nothing. Yeah, that's true. It does show us here. I'm just so used to it, so I didn't really think about the fact that I didn't have to do it anymore. So I guess if he goes Displacer, what do we do? We could Dark Ritual out a Caress. But it doesn't do anything, of course. But I didn't really want to brainstorm until I find like another fetch, but maybe that's the wrong way to think about it. Yep, no big surprise. Already couldn't even play it, cost 3. I guess now we could probe. Takes a lot of damage. But we just want to find more lands, didn't we? I wonder if I'm supposed to fetch an underground sea or a basic island. Probably a basic island. I'm going to assume that 2 damage is still less than 1 turn. So we're gonna do it this way. Drew Athalia, that's annoying. Really annoying. Yeah, we didn't hit any lands, so I think we're gonna die. Our hand would have been, I guess, fine against a turn 1 Chalice if he didn't have any taxing effects. Probably gonna play Thalia here, yeah. Kind of need the land. Okay, we at least hit the land. But can't do much with it. Can play a Brainstorm. Take 5, and then we're dead the turn after. Yeah, unfortunate. Okay. So this is not a great matchup, I'm going to assume. But we have at least have some cards. I think these are going to be kind of dead. And what else? I guess these are probably always our weakest cards. I could also see these not being as necessary. Because, like, we can kill him with zombies, which we can't do against all decks. I'm gonna try this, I think. We are going to want actually, if we just like manage to stop some of his interaction, that should give us enough time to combo without any problems, I think. I guess Fort Seas into a Braid should kill almost any hand that can produce. Okay, that's not quite true. We can go like double Fort Knot or something, which we can't really Braid. But the Braid should kill most of his hate, I would presume. All the Thalias and Canonists and such. We can check out his deck list. Didn't think it's going to change much, but it doesn't hurt. Okay, so here's his list. He's going to board in. Maybe ley lines. 2 more thorns. Oh, he doesn't have 4 thorn main. Probably not Spyglass. Probably Canonist, even though it doesn't do that much. And Disenchants, those can be annoying. So this is basically a one-lander. Basic swamp or basic island. Do we think that if we go turn 1 Chrome Mox Imprint Windfall, cost Brainstorm, is that better than a Mult 6? I mean, if we hit a land, we can therapy, but we need to wait to see his hand. This is a basic source, so we need to hit a red source too. Don't have any enchantments. I think a 6 is better, but it's kind of close. This 6 is quite strong, I think. I'm gonna keep it. Put the... Unsure what to put away, actually. Probably the petal. But petal is not bad here. It might be better than ritual. He kept a 7. That probably tells me yes, like a turn 1 play. It was not a ley line. Right, I didn't need to... Yes, it's a turn 1 Chalice. And a turn 2 Thalia. Then turn 3 Fortnite. I mean, that's a really good hand against the combo, right? Turn 1 interaction, turn 2 interaction, turn 3 interaction. It's basically the best you can hope for. We're going to brainstorm in response to the... Maybe Chalice is a reason to like keep the petal instead of the ritual, right? Because we didn't have to abrade the Chalice if we do it that way. I didn't really think of that, but... Could very well be. Like, this bad land brainstorm hands have been kind of annoying now. That's a really good top deck. No, doesn't change that much actually, never mind. Like, it's still turn 1 interaction, turn 2 interaction, turn 3 interaction, right? It's essentially the same curve. I think Underground Sea is better than Basic Island here. That's quite good. Alright. So I guess we just... on our turn we play Chromox Imprinting Dark Ritual. Then pass, I think. Oh no. I should have put the wheel on top. Why didn't I put the wheel on top? I know he's going to Fortnite next turn. I feel so stupid. For some reason I didn't think he was going to Fortnite, but of course he is. There's absolutely no reason he wouldn't. And having a wheel on top here would be a lot better. Yes, the turn 1 Thalia was a lot better than the Chalice actually, so never mind. This Mox made this hand a lot better. Because we didn't care that much about Chalice. That's a weird card to take. Does he think I'm actually Storm? Like, Thalia is good against us, but we can beat it. Even with it in play. It's not like we're an actual Storm deck. This is a deal 14. So, if we play this and pass, he can smasher us and attack for what? 11? And then on our turn we play this, deal him 14 and then die. He's going to go to 2. What's the alternative though? None really, is it? That's annoying. I think we're just dead. Like if we wheel here. If we wheel here. That's our alternative. And then we hope he doesn't hit any relevant interaction. Speed up his clock. I mean, he could just draw like lands and Thalias. It's a I guess it's not actually a deal 14, never mind. It's going to have 3 cards to discard. But we would need it for the future. I didn't like this. Nope. I think we probably had to draw a Dark Ritual and a land. Yeah, sure. I can give you the deck lists. 1 second. I'm not gonna. Let's see here. Why is Twitter so uncooperative? There we go. Okay, that's. For some reason, Twitter gives me everything twice. I'm not sure why. Okay, so this is not really a game. I guess we just had to dodge this or something. Or have a slightly faster keep on 7. Right. So we can cast it for 2. And then for 3 mana we can't cast anything. Takes 6. If we had an upgrade or something here, maybe we could have done something. Yeah, we're just dead. No matter what we draw, I think. We cast this for 3. Or for 2. And with 3 mana left, we cast like, what, 40s? I guess what we could do is just cast a Waste Not. Hope he doesn't kill us or do anything that matters, and then hope to draw a land and wheel and hope he discards a creature. Or 2 creatures, I guess we can block. Didn't see what option we have. This Thorn is actually very good for him. If that was a Chalice, it didn't matter at all, right? Because we just Chrome Box Waste Not. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, if he had no interaction in play, this hand would kill him like twice over. But that's not the case. I think we just concede here. Okay, that's unfortunate. I think we kind of just ran into the wrong matchup. Deck didn't really get to do anything, right? It's kind of the strength of Eldrazi, to be fair, and the reason to play it. Sometimes you just have a hand that stops your opponent kind of regardless of what they are playing. Like turn 1 Thalia, turn 2 Fortnaught with the Chalice backup. It seems like a good hand against almost any deck in Legacy. Okay, let's try again. I'm gonna keep the Wasteland deck for next week, I think. Like this hand, I guess it could force the Fortnaught. And then it would die to Chalice. Yeah, there isn't much to do against that hand. Like 3 interactive cards and then follow up with Double Smasher. Seems like a very good hand. He has 2 high tide decks. What did Foothills? Let's see here. Okay, so this is survival. This is Okay, let's see here. It's Devour combo, which is kind of cool. Yeah, I think as long as we can keep survival off the table, this should be an amazing matchup, but as soon as this hits, it can be really tough. But there's no real ways of us to take our Force of Will out of hand, so that's good. Does he have Wastelands? Not right. No Wasteland, no Land 8. Or no reason to get basics, basically. Yeah, this seems great. This seems great. This is the wrong deck list, damn it. Sorry. Okay, I'm gonna issue a new challenge. With a deck that's actually... Okay. Let's try again. Challenge player. Freeform. Okay, let's see. Let's be careful about what pick here, right? Why is it everything this move? So instead of Mentor Drain, it's Esper Drain Rector. There we go. Okay, I'll let him start because he's supposed to start, right? So that... Okay, this is the correct list. Now there is an Nicol Bolas in sideboard. Here we go. His hand is probably better because he doesn't have a Root Wallow now. Hello. This is the Esper Drain Rector deck. Look at this. Isn't it beautiful? It's a Arena Rector deck, basically. But the backup plan is just cast a Drain. And then hardcast one of these. Yeah, it's marginally better than what he had before. I guess we'll just play a top. Didn't see any reason not to. So, let's see. Does he have any way of getting rid of... He's one Pride Mage that can get rid of Counterbalance game 1. So I'm contemplating whether to pitch this or just pitch a Force. I think I'll just pitch the balance, to be honest. Like, his curve is not weak to balance. Didn't think. I could be wrong, though. It's a bunch of weird stuff. Oh, it's 440s ASC. Did not see those first time around. Then maybe I actually would like to balance a bit more. But I do want to have a second force in case of a second survival, because this list feels so much worse without survival and pie. So maybe I should just pitch the brainstorm. Yeah, sure. I mean, it doesn't have a 1. He would have cost a 1. So this top is not going to stop him from costing stuff this turn. But I think I'm fine with that. Unless he like top decks a 1, I guess. So how many 1s does he have? 19? That's not too bad in main deck. Yeah, I'm going to think that this does something against deck with 19 1-drops. And only 1 Kozal Prime Mage. This is like a hard cost Vengevine or something. Or a Ooze. Vengevine. Sure, we can reveal. Could be worse. I do not mind that. I don't think he had any way to punish me for waiting either. Like instant speed way to sacrifice it. I'm gonna top before I decide whether to use this, just in case there is a Terminus. We have a 1-off Terminus in main deck, I believe. There is not. There is a Shuffle on top. The fact that none of our removal puts in the graveyard is really nice for this matchup. If he doesn't do anything meaningful, we might want to draw the land, but otherwise I think shuffling should be the right thing to do here. Yeah. There are more fun things than lands. Sure. Right. Just gonna go with underground C, I think. Good. Then we're gonna try to top into something here. We have like 1 free drop in the main deck, I believe. 1 Monastery Mentor. It's not there, but we have a lot of other good stuff here. So I guess what we want to draw is the Therapy on our turn. Has he played the land yet? No, he has not, so he could still play at 2 drops. I guess we leave the Drain on top. Because we'll probe into it regardless. I didn't think the Engineer matters like at all. You can't even put it on something useful. There's no Assassin's Trophy in main deck either. And in the sideboard. Okay, this should be a great matchup. Monk, yeah. So that's what he has to do. So I could play life here. Yes, to have Therapy and Drain. Yeah, sure. Why not? What's he gonna do? It's literally nothing that matters. I was hoping we would get to drain something so we can cast the Rector next turn. Doesn't seem like it. I guess draining a 1-drop is actually enough. Just take the Thoughtseize. Yes, why not? We need to take something, right? He wasn't going to cast it because we could obviously just flip top to stop it. So if he casts any more spells for the rest of the game, we Ugin him. That seems like a good position to be in with a force backup. Like this. I don't even think we need to tap top the director here. Interesting, Gadok. Non-creature spells can't be cast with X and 4. Quite sure Rector doesn't cast. Just puts it into place, so we didn't actually care about it. But we might as well counter it. So we have the option. But we want to drain it so that we have the pass with Director and top up. I guess that seems kinda... No, but then we don't have force ups. Yeah, sure, let's just reveal. Or then we don't have like a blue card for force anymore. Yeah, this feels really like bullying. Right, we didn't get the mana, so didn't do it. Yep. That was not very much of a game, was it? So, Disenchant and Terminus. What's he going to board in? A Fae? A Mind Sensor? Shusher? That's really all though. Guess he could board in the Knight. That's not very much sideboard. But I guess it doesn't really have that much to cut either. Or rather, it doesn't have that much that needs to be cut. Same with us. We don't have any dead cards like Flusters in the main deck. We're gonna replace the Boilas. This is a creature deck. Can probably cut some number of like these things. Since they didn't really stop the super early survival, right? And then he had no mana denials. Maybe we can cut the land? Sure. Feels like whatever I cut, we just make the blue count worse for force. And force is the best way to stop a turn 2 survival. Maybe I just don't board this in. Because he's not actually aggressive enough to force me to have it very often. Or maybe I do it like this. Yeah, sure. Like, there's no real hate bears that I need to plow, except for maybe Canonist and Mind Sensor. Yeah, good. Cutting A drain and A balance. Didn't want to have too much. Oh, we should have boarded in the engineer probably. Whatever. This is one of those hands that's like, I would keep this against any fair deck, but if he has turn 2 survival, it seems very loose. Like, we didn't have a white mana. Don't have any removal, any counterbalance, any force, any drain. Why didn't we board in Surgical against Vengevine? I'm gonna have to reconsider this sideboard for game 3. Oh well, this is a way to lose game 2, right? Good thing we have some easy cards to put on the bottom. I should probably board in some number of Surgicals. Surgical doesn't really make like survival not a problem though. Like if he goes turn 1 survival, or not turn, if he goes a turn 2 survival or whatever, even if you have a Surgical in hand, you still kind of need to force it. Didn't have any way to bring back an enchantment from the graveyard, right? So like, giving him 1 activation is fine. Oh yes, please. His hand does not seem great. So I just don't put a spell for him to eat in graveyard. That doesn't do anything. Fine with me. So if we like get to drain a 4-drop here. Oh, he has a spell? Oh, okay. I guess that's one of the problems with survival. You have a lot of bad cards to like have naturally in your hand. Didn't really consider that. This does... Yeah, sure, whatever. This does stop Rector, technically. But we have a lot of ways to get rid of it, so I'm not too worried. I'm just gonna take this strand, I think. Continue to not have an instant sorcery in the graveyard. That way I take way less damage. Do you want to gain 2 life? So he can't really play any more creatures because then a Terminus would wreck him. But if he leaves it like this, and we find us Jace Mind Sculptor, that would be really bad for him. Or even a counterbalance, kind of. This is the like power of miracles, right? Put your opponent in a lose if you do, lose if you don't situation. I didn't think we need any of those, really. Land Embrace aren't bad, but we're not getting anywhere here. I'm gonna get second white, I think. I do have a double black card and we do have a drain, so maybe I should just do that. This seems good, right? Let's take the Terminus. Watch him play 2 more creatures and then do it again. Do you have a Dried Arbor or not? Does not. Good to know. Is he actually only 2 colors? That's a very clean mana base. No. 3 colors, of course. 2 duals. Yeah. Random 4-drop. That seemed like a walking ballista to me. I didn't really want to terminate a lone walking ballista, so I might just drain it. Let's see here. You know, draining it seems very enticing right now. Very. And then we just name Ferry Macabre. Oh, this. What am I missing? Oh. They were in the wrong order. I see. We missed, but that's fine, because we take his survival and then his hand does nothing. So I'm just gonna double check so I put them in the right order. I think I did, but we have the mana spare, so why not? We did. I guess we just get the big bolas. Start eating his lands or something. Just whatever, eat a land. Yes, we should have checked which he has two of. He has two of the savannas, we should have gone for them. It cuts him off white entirely. But we didn't care about any of the white cards. It seems like it's going to be a problem, regardless. You know, this matchup did not feel all that close. The fact that he had to board in Abrupt Decay for our counterbalance, and we, like, really didn't need counterbalance. Okay, let's go with this now. We've kind of had two matches that are both like non-games, unfortunately, but we'll see what happens next. Desire Storm version 2. Here we go. 1-1. Okay, let's see here. Let's see what he packed. He has two high tide decks. So there is a decent chance of us running into them. No, he removed one of them. Yes, Nickfit High Tide, Burning Desire, and Grixis Pyromonster left. I'm gonna keep this. Turn 1 Duress seems really good against all those decks. This the Nick Fit thing. This thing is hilarious. Oh. Wow. Wish we had the probe therapy instead. They just took the explorers. Explorers aren't actually that good against this, are they? What do we do here? I guess Karn does something? Okay, I kind of need to look at this list. This is hilarious. He does not have Force of Will. So the best thing he can brainstorm into is more therapies. And Narset, I guess. He really doesn't have that much interaction in the main deck. Which is good for us. Oh. So I guess he can't cast Therapy turn 1 anyways, because he's gonna need to fetch a Tropical Island for these. So maybe we just take the Brainstorm. This does do something. It stops a lot of cards in our deck. Like 8. Could very well see us taking it, even though he's really far from using it. I'm gonna go with this. It's close though. Like, I think he has a decent odds of hitting a black source on turn 2. In which case this Brainstorm was not very important anymore. I could just take the therapy as well. Let him only use it once instead of twice. But I kind of plan to Brainstorm in between, right? And then just put whatever is most important on top when he flashes it back. So like, the Explore trigger resolves first, and then the therapy. So you get to Brainstorm off the island you get. Okay, what do you even say here? Because you're just really, yeah, you're just really afraid of a turn 2 combo, so you have to do this. Oh, that's nice. I'm just gonna ponder. You need to build up threshold, right? We don't need any of those things. That's fine. No reason to play this. We need Storm Count. We do, however, have a very likely Mind Desire next turn if we want to, by playing a end of turn Brainstorm here, putting this on top, and then our next turn playing Lines of Diamond, Ritual, whatever we found of this. Well, that kind of forces our hand, doesn't it? Alright, that's interesting. Yeah, I think I want to go for that line. So put Desire on top with a Ritual above. Three, 4, 5, 6, 7. No. There isn't really a good way for us to have guaranteed threshold, is there? Oh. I think he's gonna put like this. Then it doesn't matter too much what he takes. So his best play is obviously to have a green source here, so we can play an Explorer and Flashback. But he only has one unknown card. Cable Ritual, yep. It's a fair guess. He did not have it. Okay, let's see here. We 4, 5, 6. So we cast this first of the tropical. Hit any card that gives us another card in the graveyard. Put the desire on top and then probe into it. We could perhaps have threshold for this. I guess that's what we're gonna do. Maybe we should keep this in hand. No, we can't because we have Lines of Diamond. I hope we put Crate card on top. This is not actually that much storm, is there? Is it? Well, we're gonna do it anyways because it's the most fun we can have. Oh, we can actually have. It's an instant right. We can have threshold. It's fine. There we go. You've drawn Ugin the Spirit Dragon. Alright. This is not an amazing desire by any means, because we also discarded the desire. That does nothing. That does some... No, it doesn't, because we have no red mana. Should I have cracked this red before? Really? Apparently so. It could be worse, you know? Like... We didn't need that much to get the Past in Flames in sideboard now. That's also why I cast this. It's not like he's doing anything at all. We just need to find a red source. Maybe playing that Underground Sea was... well, it turned out to be a mistake, for sure. Maybe I should have thought of that before casting Desire. That's unfortunate for us. For time. Should I have not cast Desire that turn? Oh, I guess... Your Brainstorm deck, we should not play the Swamp. This is a weird game, yes. He's going to be able to Karn us very soon. As well. Guess we should play it now. So we should still basically have a kill if we hit a red source, like in a fetch. Okay, so we've drawn all the red cards in the deck. At least. Like, we've drawn fine after missing, I think. Could have drawn 4 lands. Well, there goes the Dark Ritual. We kind of need the Dark Ritual, to be fair, because now if we hit the red source, we can wish with 6 mana left, which is 1 black. Yeah, so here. Wish with 6 mana left. If we go for Past in Flames, we only have 2 mana floating, which would be like 1 black, 1 red. Get like infinite black, or one black, one blue. No, if we go for one, let's think here. If we go for one black, one blue. I think I'm gonna go for one black, one red. Because we have this as backup then. Right. Oh, right, I need to crack for red regardless here. So let's see what we do. Could also wheel. Actually, we can still wheel, right? No, we can't still wheel, but we can do this. Let's start with the probes. Oh, a frantic search, sure. Let's get this free ancestral here. Feels kind of good. I didn't know if he has any outs to all the goblins. Oh, that's one blue. Or a wheel. Whichever one we feels like. Yes, I guess we go for... Yeah, okay, so he's just gonna concede here. I mean, in the absolute worst case, we have all these empties. But I think we might be able to wish for tendrils. Right? Not stupid here. We have one red, and then we just wish for tendrils. Yeah. Okay, that's kind of straightforward. We're going to board in Veil. And then we're going to look at the stack list again. His sideboard is mostly wish cards. And the Grafticus Cage. Oh, I use free flusters. We need to put in the Veils. And then probably Echoing Truth because of Karn. It's a combo deck, kind of, so I didn't really feel comfortable with going for empty. So I guess I'm gonna take that out. And I think... What graveyard hate did he have? None? Except Grafticus Cage? On Torment Script. Good to know. I'm going to put in a bit of something. Probably a Sacred Truth for the Karn. Didn't really want to overboard, is the thing. Yeah. I think keeping all the artifact mana is still fine, regardless of Karn. Oh, did we also have a Tendrils in the yard? I'm stupid in that case. Yeah, but we could wish for it. This seems like a great hand. You just need to dodge turn 1 probe therapy. And even then, Veil is going to do something, I think. Unless he just takes Veil. This seems like a really good hand. I like it. Let's see if we can probe therapy him. I'm not even sure if I would, even if I could. We do probes, I didn't think we should wait though. So he needs a black mana. But he's a ponder. I think he can fix that. It's so obvious if we play the Bayou, though. Maybe that's fine. Yeah. I'm gonna be obvious. Like, he's going to know this now. So we can't, like, not fail the first therapy and wait. He has a ton of weird basics, so he might not hit a black. No shuffle and attack. Yeah, he hit a black. Nope, he did not. And he did not ponder against Hit a Fluster, I guess. That's perfectly fine with me. I guess I just ponder here. I'm gonna save this for Storm Count, since we are in a position where that could be useful. Basically any blue land should do here. Oh. So we can draw 2 of these cards if we want to. So I guess what we really want is just more blue sources. Right, yeah. So if we need to cast Veil here, then we don't have enough blue to cast Desire anymore. Because we need to use one of these for black. So just draw a Cable Ritual or a Dark Ritual. I think Cable is better here. So on his turn, if he therapies us and then flusters this, and I guess we might want to have one of these in play. No. I mean, I could also just say that fluster is a bluff and go for it. I would see his hand, so I should probably have done that. Why didn't I do that? I could have tried to call his bluff. It's not like this is bad for us, though. Just that alternative line might have been to just kill him, which seems quite good. He's not gonna fail here. I guess if he doesn't have a fluster. Yeah, okay, so he does have the fluster. So if he misses the first time, we do shuffle away our Desire. But he might not name Brainstorm. And then we at least have some way to look for a new Desire. And he's forced to flashback and then pass, kind of, which is really awkward for him. Oh, he says Brainstorm? It's a bit surprising. But, I mean, it makes sense with Explorer. Is there any way we should not shuffle here? So his hand is Ugin, Unknown, Unknown. So if he takes these, most likely it takes this, right? In which case we can still Desire. We don't shuffle. It takes these though. We can't Desire because we lack blue. I should have done something differently, I think. Not sure. I'm just gonna go with this. Shuffle the Desire away. This means we also can just draw a Dark Petition. Oh, it takes the Probe. Also, it would only have been Desire for 5. Well, yeah, after the shuffle, I guess it makes sense to take the Probe, but he might not have done that. We kept. That's a fine card. obviously worse than a discard here, I think, but better than any of the rituals or similar we brought out. Okay, so here's 8 mana. Can brainstorm. Yeah, okay. This could be a bit tricky. I was kind of hoping he wouldn't both have the fluster and hit on the blind therapy. Then we would have killed him, so... Or maybe we wouldn't. We would have desired, which could have ended up any which way. Let's see how far he can actually go, this deck. Like on the storming part, with the high tiding. It doesn't have any like draw freeze or draw twos, because this is still a discard. So he's stuck with only 2 cards in hand. Kind of no matter what he does. Yeah, sure. But you only have 2 mana left. Guess you can pick Walking Ballista? No, he's gonna Tormod Script us, otherwise he would have taken the Keywell Ritual. That's the only thing that makes sense. Or Liquid Metal Coating. Alright, that's whatever. Kind of. Yeah, sure. I think we're still going to lose here. Unless we draw Dark Petition basically next turn. Because eventually he will kill all our lands, right? And we can only delay the Lattice once with us. If he goes for that, he probably just goes for Trinisphere here, though. But I don't know, we'll see. No, he goes for Lattice. I wonder why. I mean, we're obviously all in on finding something next turn here. You didn't have a card in play. I can still use it for mana. Alright. Any sideboarding we want to do? Maybe just more discard. Discard seems good against this deck. We guess we can try to beat Karn without this. Maybe the MTA is good. Maybe he's just a lot slower than I thought. Meh. Let's just go for this. Yep, it seems good. He has probes, right? He's not always blindly therapying. Yeah, he has probes. He just doesn't draw on them really. I'm just gonna fault this here. I guess we just take one of the cantrips because it doesn't even have green or therapy. Yeah, sure, whatever. Doesn't feel like it matters all that much which one I take. That was not a very good Thoughtseize for us. We kind of traded tempo and cards for something kind of nothing. It's interesting. I'm still gonna ponder here, I think. Because I didn't want to slow down too much. It feels like something I should keep around. Can't see his hand if we go for this though. And he did not shuffle, so he probably found some kind of interaction, I would imagine. I'm gonna keep it still. Oh. Damn it. I didn't want to draw this because if he just found a therapy, it's a very likely name. I'm still gonna keep it. But now I get kind of screwed by a therapy. Which is a 4-off that I think he would have kept if he could. Off this ponder. Like if he finds fetch therapy, get really fucked here. Okay, that's good for us. So if we are lucky now, it taps out for Explorer, and then we kill him. Or try to. It's always try to with this deck, it's a bit weird. It's never really deterministic. He does not tap out for Explorer. Damn it, that's bad for us. That means I didn't really want to go Ritual, Petition for Ritual, and then Ritual, Sire. I guess instead go Brainstorm. Oh wow. I mean, it does let us go kind of grindy if we keep a lot of these things. Difficult. I didn't really want to keep the land, is the problem. But there is no way we can really cast 2 Desires. not without a lot more land drops. That did not work. I really wish we just had found any card that could try to call his bluff, but we can't. It's a free off fluster. Like, maybe we should have just done it. Free off fluster and a lot of relevant shit. Now we get screwed by therapy, like really badly. Next turn, if we didn't draw anything, we're just gonna have to go for it, though, which is the problem. He's shuffling on these, so I think he has a fetch in hand, or a non-basic island land. We can wish for Thoughtseize. No, we've removed the Thoughtseize. We can wish out the res. I guess that's fine. Or do I wait another turn on this? Maybe I do. It's more storm that way. Yeah, I'm gonna wait. It means we get even more punished of a therapy, probably. I'm not really sure. How do we only have 6 cards in hand on turn 4 when we kept a 7 and just missed a land drop? I guess the thought is this is not much storm count if things don't work. I didn't like our odds of him not finding anything by now. I guess if the first therapy somehow misses, then the second one has to take Mind's Desire or Dark Ritual. We'll have 5 lands by then. I guess the first one will take the rest, so it can't miss. Yeah, that's a problem. We're kind of screwed. If he finds a therapy Underground Sea, High Tide. Oh, it's just a card? I like that is. Oh no, it's a Frantic Search. That's cool, really cool. It does draw the same cards that he put back, though. So we'll have to hope that's not quite what he was hoping for. He'll have 7 mana now. Not that far from Karn into Lattice. Just needs another search. Narset Island. It looks like an search to me. Yeah, we dead. Oh, wow. I mean, assuming he hasn't put this back on the early brainstorms. Actually, he played 4 brainstorms this game. We got really punished for not using the rest then. But I mean, we need the storm count, so I think we kind of had to. Yeah, and he did have a fluster, so the VS trader for that. And then he would have done the same thing here. Doesn't need that, but sure. Prove that you have not boarded in lattice by mistake. Nice. Alright, that was not very good for us. High Tide is supposed to be good against other combo decks, but I don't think his version of it is necessarily, because it doesn't have Force and Fluster and stuff main deck. But we kind of fizzled a bit. Let's try again. I feel like this is kind of the deciding one, because our last deck, the Mentored Dig deck, it's really strong. So if we win this one, I think we're gonna take the series, despite being down a bit. We lost the die roll, but we have a keepable hand. The match score now is 1-2 in favor of Mr. Sharkcaster. Now he took the wrong deck. Alright. Alicia challenge again. This hand is better, so I'll accept my free mulligan. We lost die roll again. Oh well, it's fine. Well, this hand might not be better, depending on if Wasteland has any text against him or not. Uh-oh. Oh, I know what deck this is. So, okay, let's show the deck list for those who didn't know this deck. Yeah, sure, whatever. Burning Desire. This is like a super all-in Storm deck. They just want to cast Wheel of Fortune as many times as possible. Which I'd rather him doesn't. I guess he doesn't have any Nivix Mastery in the main deck, but we should still force this instead of the wheel, I think. I could see an argument for it being better to force the wheel. I wish we could pitch this. He has a few lands. I mean, we could have forced the wheel. The only difference is that when he draws another wish, he can't wish for wheel in that case. But he can wish for mastery. I guess, yeah, maybe it was incorrect. Now we're just gonna apply pressure. That, yeah, this is fine sequencing. Because we need to know the top card anyways for the Delver. No real reason to brainstorm here though. Didn't think. I'm gonna brainstorm upkeep actually and then fetch after revealing, most likely. Probably putting this back. I didn't think we were gonna need all this mana next turn. Is there any reason to draw that? Not really. Yeah. We brought in more forces. We brought in, let's see here. We brought in the Fluster, obviously, but what else? So there is nothing really we can needle, so let's not bother with that. How good would Surgical be? Not that good. Grudge is probably fine. Entherapy. Pyroblast. Meh. Some versions of this have Windfall I've seen, but apparently not his. In that case I would have put this in. I think we can cut down a bit on our excess creatures. And a bit on the lightning bolts. And a wasteland probably. I mean, he still has targets for the wastelands. So 2 Ancient Tombs, 3 Volcanics. Don't think they are completely useless. I think Arcane is the better than Pyromancer, but it could be close. It's a much faster clock. But I think if we stop his attempt to once or twice, we didn't need that fast of a clock. So we are on the draw and we don't have a Force of Will. He's missing cards for his next deck. How many Calling Squans do I have online? I have 2. Can anyone from chat help him? He needs 2 dig for times and 3 Colligans commands. Let's see here. Can we keep a hand without Force of Will or Force of Negation? I think. What do you think his turn 1 percentage is? This is a really good hand if we get one more turn, right? Like, so he's going to board in defense grids, like 4 of them. I'm going to keep, but I didn't like it. I like how Min is asking if it's a Dragon Lord Colligan is missing. Because that's a realistic card. I'm glad we kept now. So now we get to see whether we can play Deathrite or need to hold up Fluster. Probably Fluster. It does not have a defense grid in there. And his hand is kinda slow. Interesting. Interesting stuff, actually. I'm gonna do this anyways. I think we can play the Death right. For sure. Should have maybe used the fetch. I'm not sure. Yeah, he kind of has to brainstorm here to make his next turn not suck. If he wants to like have a chance of playing anything other than Grim Monolith pass next turn, which does not seem very good, because then we get to Wasteland and hold up stuff, or Dread Horde and hold up stuff. Okay. So I guess if we don't daze this, he will cast Wheel of Fortune. Which I didn't really like him doing here. I think I'd rather daze this. They could be wrong. Bouncing a land is kind of costly. Letting him cast Wheel of Fortune feels bad. He can still do it next turn. Even through Fluster. So it's not like this is a good long-term solution. Fortunately, it's not like we lose if a Wheel of Fortune resolves. And this they still trades for a petal. Oh, he did not pay. Does that mean he has a probe or something here? Or another brainstorm? Seems like it. And then keep priority crack this for triple red. Yeah. There's another wheel on top, I presume. Discarding one wheel here. I like this. Still. Like, we can draw force here. We did not, which is really bad for us. But he's used his land drop. It doesn't have any artifacts in play for Metalcraft. This hand is horrible though. Like, what do we even do next turn? So I guess we play Arcanist Go? Is that really the best we can do? What's the alternative? I guess the alternative is to just say go here as it is. Like play Delver Go. That means we can draw into what? We don't have any Flusters left. We have 2 Spell Pierce, right? No, we don't have any Spell Pierce. There's really not much reason to have a mana on his turn, is there? Brainstorm would be the reason. I think we're just gonna go for the beat down. Yeah, we get that he can do stuff here. He's a high likelihood of killing us, I think. So I kind of want to daze just to deny him a blue mana if he wants to go for Desire. Didn't think I'm going to though. Kind of need this land to ever get anywhere, probably. Maybe that's wrong. Today's or not today's? I'm not gonna daze. Still no forces, huh? In 21 cards. But we have 6 of them. Not cracked Alliance Diamond, so let's see what happens here. Gets Metalcraft. Which was not particularly difficult because it's like 20 artifacts. Yep. You have it. 10 goblins. We can beat 10 goblins from here. We can just cast a bunch of death rights. Kinda weird game. I'm thinking Death Right, Ponder. Then we can block 3 of them, take 7, go to 10. I think that's still fine. They'd rather find a force here. Like that. We can start eating for life as well. How important is really the therapy here? I'm not going to use this turn, because we're not going to probe this turn. I think I like this position. You can attack for 7/4/1, assuming we'll always only have 1 Death Right tap and don't play any other creatures. It feels like a bad idea to let that resolve. Like our long-term chances of winning probably go down if we do. So I'm going to try to counter that. We can try to probe therapy next turn, but he probably wheels or something here. This looks a lot like a wheel to me. Or another defense grid. That's really whatever he's hellbent now. Oh, he did not intend to cast the right. I see. Well, yeah, we'll just cast another one of these. Pass for the time being, I think. We'll start dealing him some damage with these. On the off shot, chance that he has a card in his hand on our turn, we could probe therapy him. Doesn't seem like it's going to be the case though. What's our graveyard pop up? There we go. Don't really need that right now, do we? It's a really high value probe, huh? Could not attack with one of these. Get a ponder out of it. Yeah, I think that's... Trade one of these for a goblin and we get a ponder. Probably fine. Can cast a Force of Negation on his turn despite this, but not a Force of Will. I'm gonna keep Force and Ponder anyways. Because next turn we can cast a Force of Will. Or if he plays a wheel, we will draw into this Force of Will. Can't see this Daze being doing anything other than giving him Storm though. Maybe we should have attacked with both, just so that I could have hit Force and blue card. Whatever, I'm not gonna lightning bolt all your goblins. It doesn't have that long to find a kill. Let's see. So it's obvious that we have boarded out or have not boarded in surgical when you take all his key cards like that. But it's not like that information is actually valuable. We can play this now, I guess. Wonder what to name. Wonder if it matters. Probably not. It's better to just have more black mana. He's dead on our turn, isn't he? This is a lightning bolt with attacks. Yeah. He sees it. Last match then. Did Cider. Alright, he is still missing cards. Seems like Stefan is coming to the rescue here. Two now. See the commands. I can trade him to the commands. We'll just have to add them to a trade binder, I guess. Wait. Why are all the trade binders like containing something? Classic medical line. All right. Just need Magic Online to not freeze, and then we'll play the deciding match. So this far, Grixis, Delver, and Miracles have been the real winners of this Unchained, I feel like. Those are the ones I have had the best or least close games with. But the Storm decks are a lot of fun. They just kind of... Magic Online just crashed on me. They're just kind of hit or miss, you know? Like, especially with Desire. You need blue in order to start it. And then you can miss on it. Especially needing blue is a big cost when High Tide is the only deck with blue rituals. And High Tide is still not that great. It's just too much hate for High Tide, like Narsets and stuff. That's difficult to deal with, I feel like. It's possible that Dig Free Time in Show and Tell, like Omnishow, is the real winner, but I haven't played with or against that, pretty much. Let's try again. Freeform. So the last one is Mentor counter top. Okay, here comes a challenge from him. Mentor counter top. What does it say? 2? Should still be that one. Not like I have any others. For all the marbles, maybe I should check what he's playing. I should know this by now, but it's a keep against basically everything. I think he's playing Pyromonster, Grixis Pyromonster with Deg, which should be a good deck. Yeah, he's playing Tophers. Grixis Pyromonster deck, it seems like. Our hand is weak to a turn 1 therapy, I will admit. We have a double. That hurts. If he forces back, he gets another. Then we are down to 3 cards. But, you know, what can he do, right? That's a good top deck. So he does not have any wastelands. I wish we only had 1 top in that hand, so I could have let the therapy resolve. Or for us to win the die roll, then it also does nothing. You can't tap out for Pyromonster here, unless he has a probe. Oh, snap probe, yeah, I guess that's a play. Guess he flashes it back and takes the dig. So I think he doesn't have a force in hand. But he's a long time to deal with the egg. We're not filling up the graveyard very quickly. So you can attack once or twice first. Without a force in his hand, he's very vulnerable to counterbalance. It's the main problem for him, I think. I'm gonna top upkeep. We have a mana drain and a land. I like that. Quite likely to shuffle the mana drain away, since he's probably resolving something here instead of waiting. But you never know. Yeah, sure. So which one is it? Swords. You have a Pyro Monster. I wonder if Pyro Monster is even better than Arcanist in that deck. I guess Arcanist is a bit of a numbo with... dig through time. Yeah, so here I didn't really feel like mana drain is doing much, but if I can maybe find a counterbalance, we can try to do stuff. Not very much, huh? So just take a white fetch. That's really bad for us. Oh, I should have fetched and top first, shouldn't I? That was a mistake. Yes, game one is kind of the game we needed to win, I think. Because that's the game where he is the weakest to counterbalance. He gets Pyroblast. And he can needle the top. Force of Negation. He gets a few more tools to deal with that. It's still like better than any card in his deck, except perhaps Dig for Time, but it's not like the free win that would have been in game one. Well, we can beat Therapy here. We only have one card to lose. I think he's quite likely to have a force by this point. Like he topped on the preordain. We didn't have any Terminuses in main decks. We need to mentor out this, is the problem. I should have probably done that topping a lot earlier. Would have probably been worth trying to spell pierce that. So we kind of need his hand to not be a force of will in the blue card. In which case we can try to play this game. Didn't love it, but we'll try. I wonder what we have. Oh, he didn't force it, so still likely to just bolt it. But I'm not sure if I would have topped a bolt if I was him. You can call it as command on his turn. Like, I really didn't think we'd get to untap with this mentor. Yeah. We're not winning this game. This is a dig as well. Yeah. Okay, so For game 2, that's gonna find him a force in the blue card, and then it doesn't matter what we top into, right? For game 2, think here. I'm going to say that Plow is kind of bad, but Terminus is fine. Pyroblast are good. Force of Negation doesn't do much, but a little bit. Narset depends on how much burn he keeps. I think it's gonna be fine though. I'm not gonna bother destroying his Needle or his Null Rod if he boards those in, I didn't think. Fluster seems good. I think we can cut a bit on the forces. Maybe even another of these, and we didn't have any back to basics. He doesn't have any back to basics. We can cut the base planes. 2 more cards here. Maybe just force. The good cards to force are his forces and his dig 3 times and literally nothing else, but he has 4 of each. Ah, fuck it. I could also see cutting this drain. It doesn't seem great. It seems fine still, right? He's going to keep all 4 lightning bolts, but probably not a forked bolt, is my guess. Because it's so obvious that our game plan is just to mentor him out or counterbalance him out. So he wants to keep the interaction with those. That's how we can. We're going to keep it. Oh, it could be really strong. We just need to hit a land. Also gonna see if he has probe therapy or not, so we know whether we can brainstorm ponder turn 1. Yeah, whatever. He is only on 59 cards. Apparently. It let him submit it. But it doesn't really feel like it matters that much. He does not have probe therapy turn 1. That's good to know. So we can ponder. Yep, this seems great. So I guess we want to cast counterbalance with the... Doesn't need a 2 on top. But the days in hand feels fine. I guess we didn't really want to show the days in case he finds a probe. So let's go with this. You can blind therapy us. Maybe that's a reason to draw the days. Who knows? Feels really strong this either way. Like he's gonna brainstorm in response. I'm not gonna daze the brainstorm. Although it wouldn't be a bad play. Like if he finds a Pyroblast here, then he can Pyroblast it without us having the option to daze. Now. So that would have been the reason to like daze the brainstorm. This way we have a daze for a 2-drop. We know we have a land on top. This feels really strong. We just need to find a way to deal with that dig through time. We're set. I'm gonna brainstorm a response to that. This is very good. Very, very good. Does he have any freeze? Not really. Guess we put a... one underneath the 2? Yeah, sure. Almost forgot we had Snapcasters in the deck. Yeah, this match is over. Like, we can deal with the dig now. So we'll just never let him resolve anything. Maybe Force is better than I thought. Maybe these games are just going to be decided really early. Like that. Doesn't feel like I should cut these though. Last game. This is what it all comes down to. Deciding game. I mean, I almost want to cut a top because he has this needle effect, but I didn't think that's right. I also want to cut a mentor, but I know that the point of this entire version is to mentor, so that also feels wrong. Okay, we did draw the force. So if you board a card in, you will have a risk of drawing it. I feel like this hand is fine despite having the terminus though. It's not a spell pierce deck, so I'm gonna top here. Yeah, I'm fine with that. We have 2 more cantrips in hand. We just got a 2-for-1 on turn 1. That feels very strong. I'm gonna go for the brainstorm before the ponder just to get rid of the terminus. But I think it's quite likely that he's gonna try to fight over it. He did pitch a fluster though, so maybe he can't. Feels like he can. Yeah. Probe into top. That has to be fine. We're running out of cantrips, and I do not mind seeing his hand. Knowing a bit more about what's going on. Oh, he has another fluster. All right. He's down to 2 cards now, and we have 5. We are gonna miss a land drop. I think that's fine. We're also drawing a top next turn, which is going to smooth out our draws from there on. Help us dodge removal. Or, yeah, we'll dodge drawing removal. Like the terminus that's currently on top. It's very likely to get shuffled away here. So if he fetches, he can play a dig. I think I'm fine with tapping out anyways, since we are so low in mana. Well, there's only one way to play that. Can't shuffle it, so we have to draw them. So I used to ponder, so I was was willing to just click any order shuffle. He did not dig in response, so this is what he has, and it's not gonna be easy for him to resolve it. I'm just gonna play one of these. Oh, we even hit, nice. Yeah, this lightning bolt is really costly for him right now. I mean, it is the best card he could draw, but we have a Terminus, so we just have to deal with that. Let's trade 1 for 1, feels fine. Kind of want to wait, but probably wrong. And just play a land first. I'm gonna Terminus here. We should just probe here to hit the land. Does mean we can't play Mentor into probe, but we don't really want to like fight over this lightning bolt right now anyways, do we? No, I didn't think so. This was a good pitch card though, so that's a reason to keep it. That would have been a reason to keep it. I want to fight against over that lightning bolt when we have like infinite mana. He hasn't seen our hand, has he? No, I didn't think so. This is kind of obvious though, based on how we've played. Just gonna have to put it on top. I think I'm willing to shuffle this away. Yep. I mean, I could have fetched first to have the volcanic here instead of Tarn. Okay, I take that. I'm very pleased with this. So if we play Mentor here and pass, then we will have to do something awkward in response to a lightning bolt, and we didn't want to do something awkward right now. I think we're gonna snap Instrument of turn. Dig, fetch, yeah, I like that. Then we kind of force him next end step. There's going to be a big fight over our dig free time, and if we win that fight, we're in a very good position, and if we don't win that fight, we can probably mentor him. Okay, so I want to check whether we had 2 or 3 volcanics, because I wasn't quite sure. So we only have 2, good to know. So if he hardcasts his force, we'll Pyroblast it. No, we'll Daze it, of course. He's digging in response. Kind of makes sense. We'll Pyroblast this dig. And then he gets a really good fluster, if he has a fluster. Is that the reason to Daze his dig? No. Right. Like, he can fluster both here. And then we'll just Daze his dig. It's kind of fine. His Lightning Bolt is the only card left in hand. We got it. Yeah, the Force Pitch Force, yeah. Let's take a Dig Through Time and a Pyroblast, I think. That seems very good here. Then just let's do it again. Let's take a bit interesting. I think Narset and something. Maybe we just take Daze here, actually. Yeah, okay, we have a plan. No, I should have topped it first, clearly. Got so punished. This way he might want to Lightning Bolt here instead of on his turn. Nice. Got there. All right, we actually got there. Despite our poor start. It wasn't as poor as last time. Last time we had the worst start, right? We lost the first two matches, and then we lost the first game of the third match, and then we mulliganed to a 6-card no colored land hand in game 2. Yeah, Dig Through Time is quite sweet. I think this, like, Callum said it first. This this counter top deck is really strong. It's just kind of difficult to not get good value from it. And then I think that Grixis Delver is also really strong. Like, these are the more tuned decks, I guess. Well, these things still need a lot more tuning to be good, maybe. But they have the... It's still possible for them to be broken. This deck was quite strong because we ran into a deck that just couldn't interact with it, so it was kind of rolled. Like, we could just go drain into Rector plus Therapy just as we had planned. well, they had to respect like top balance all the time. Having Force of Will feels really good in this format, I have to say. Like, all the Storm decks are there and can do scary stuff, but they aren't that much more scary than, like, Storm is in a normal Legacy League, right? Like, combo in a normal Legacy League has... Like, it's scary enough that you want to be prepared for having a Force on turn 1 or 2 against most of the combo decks. All the Black-Red Reanimator and Shuntelsu. Adding all these extra cards, like, the deck didn't get a turn fast or anything. It's still like a turn-free deck, basically. And same with this one. It's still like a turn-free deck, so if you go like you did in the Eldrazi match, like turn 1 interaction, turn 2 interaction, you're still favored against them. Regardless of how many unbanned cards they have. And that was already a requirement that you had to be able to do before. I think I kind of just want to register the same decks next time, but I have some sweet things planned that I've been discussing with a friend that I'm gonna see if I can get a good list with. And if so, I'm gonna replace one of these decks. Not sure which one yet. Maybe this one. Or maybe it's time to replace the Delver deck. Although I like playing this deck. It lets you play Magic against anything. No. What should I replace then? There are no matches. Or matches, okay, yeah. I won this one free too. But there are like several more rounds or weeks in the league. Yeah, so it started out with me playing this one and just getting bodied by Eldrazi because they can have like turn 1 disruption, turn 2 disruption, and so on, right? And then just have a turn 5 kill or something, the smash on top. And it turns out that like when you have to pay 5 mana for your wheel or 4 mana for your waste not, it's kind of a difficult combo. And I lost the die roll. Then, or I think I did at least. Maybe I just didn't have a Fortis or Therapeutic game on. Then in match 2, I brought out, what was it? Right, I brought out this deck, and I just crushed his survival deck because he couldn't interact with me, and he just played a bunch of dorky creatures, and then I played Anugen. That was it, and I forced his survivals, or therapy them. And then I went back to some combo, played this. I played the Mind's Desire game 1, fizzled off it, but still won because we could Burning Wish for Past in Flames. And then game 2, I had a Veil, but he had a Fluster and a Therapy, I guess. And then I kind of just didn't do anything after getting my hand shredded. And then in match 3, I think I drew like double Desire, double Petition, double Dark Ritual. But I was quite sure that he had a Flusterstorm in hand. I just couldn't get around that. So I had to play Draw Go for a while, and then he killed me with like High Tide, Frantic Search, Karn Wishing for Lattice. Now right back to Delver. And Delver did Delver things against his super all-in Storm deck. With all the like Chrome Moxes and Mox Opals and stuff. And just having like forces was good. Then he went for 10 goblins at one point, then I just drained him out with Death Right instead. And then you just saw the last match where this deck did blue things. That is, however, all for tonight. I'm going to upload this match to YouTube eventually. And hope you enjoyed it. I'm enjoying this league. Take care.